2022, 10 a.m. College of Arts and Law, Tuesday, 12th of July, 2022, 10 a.m. College of Arts and Law, Tuesday, 12th of July, 2022, 10 a.m. College of Arts and Law, Tuesday, 12th of July, 2022, 10 a.m. College of Arts and Law, Tuesday, 12th of July, 2022, 10 a.m. College of Arts and Law, Tuesday, 12th of July, 2022, 10 a.m. College of Arts and Law, Tuesday, 12th of July, 2022, 10 a.m. College of Arts and Law, Tuesday, 12th of July, 2022, 10 a.m. College of Arts and Law, Tuesday, 12th of July, 2022, 10 a.m. Congratulations to our University of Birmingham graduates. Here we are in the Grace Hall at the heart of the Edgbaston campus. Attendees, mostly graduates and their friends and family, are seated. Here are the student musicians. It's great to see them returning to ceremonies following the pandemic. Now we're getting started. Here's the first of our 2 mace bearers beginning the ceremony. The centenary mace bearer is usually a staff member who has volunteered to take part in the ceremony. The mace bearer enters through the back of the Great Hall and leads a procession of staff to the stage. The maces are placed on the stage for the duration of the ceremony.
It gives me the greatest of pleasure to declare this congregation open.
Good morning, everyone. As a Pro-Vice-Chancellor and head of the College of Arts and Law, it's my pleasure to welcome you today to your graduation. And as we start our celebration, just take a moment to look around you. I can't think of a better venue in which to celebrate your achievements. As you sit here in the Great Hall, you may just be able to glimpse the ghosts of all that's happened here since it first opened more than 100 years ago. In recent times, as many of you will know, this has included row after row of desks set out for exams, enough to strike fear into students' hearts and remind those of us sitting up here of when we were in your place. On this stage, speakers have given lectures, speeches, and opposing sides have engaged in heartfelt and heated debates. We've welcomed international conferences, religious festivals, celebratory dinners, and even the odd wedding or two. But this great hall has also had some less obvious uses over the years. If you'd been here during the First World War, you might have been a soldier returned from the front lines, or a nurse treating the wounded, when this hall was converted into a military hospital. In the Second World War, you could have been training hard on a pommel horse when the room became a gym. In the 60s, you'd have been watching the latest films at a pop-up cinema. In the 70s and 80s, you might have been playing in the City of Birmingham Symphony Orchestra, which recorded 50 albums here over 2 decades. And more recently, and decidedly less glamorously, you might have had a swab stuck up your nose at our COVID testing facility. But you're now part of the history of this building, but more importantly, part of the history of this university. So think back for a moment to when you first arrived here. Or for those of you who started during the pandemic, when you first logged on to a dreaded Zoom call. Most of you will have experienced some mixture of excitement and trepidation, and perhaps a bit of nervousness that you wouldn't fit in, or that you wouldn't be able to tackle all of the challenges that lay ahead. And as you progressed through your degree, there will have been times, no doubt, when decisions you needed to make seemed clear and obvious, others when you weren't quite sure what to do next. There will have been concepts, problems, or ideas that inspired you. Others, perhaps, that frankly just made your brain hurt. I'm sure you will have attended lectures that filled you with knowledge, that sparked your imagination, although, dare I say it, with everyone behind me, there may have been others that felt as if they went on just a bit too long. You possibly spent some long nights in the library, hoping, against hope, that the information would stick in your mind, or that you could find the right reference for an interesting piece of research to include in an essay. But outside of your academic efforts, you'll have made new friends, some of whom you will remain friends with for years to come. Treasure these people. You'll support each other during life's ups and downs, and no matter where you go in the world, a call or a message from them will make you smile. So I hope that as you look back on all this, you'll recognize what you've achieved, that you may have started out with some self-doubt and uncertainty, but you've achieved anyway, that you can make friends when thrown into new situations, and that you can inspire and be inspired by others. I hope that your time at this university has given you many fantastic memories that will stay with you forever. So as you reflect today on your experiences at Birmingham and on your graduation, you should rightly be proud of the personal qualities that you've shown. But I know that all of you will agree that you couldn't have done it by yourself. So if it's true that it takes a village to raise a person, it is certainly true that it takes a university to produce a graduate. During your time here, you will have been taught by some truly brilliant lecturers and been inspired by their enthusiasm and their knowledge of their area. You'll also have been supported in myriad ways by the tutors and student support teams around you. So I'd like to offer you the opportunity just now to thank everyone who supported you during your time here, some of whom have been able to join us today and are sitting behind me. So thank you very much, staff. Now, I can see as I look out across the great hall that there are people in this room with very proud faces, and I know from experience that some of them will have a tear in their eye or a lump in their throats as you walk up onto stage to graduate. There will be people watching online or elsewhere who will be thinking of you now and who are proud of everything that you've achieved. You will all have that person or those people who believed in you, people who supported you, people who showed you kindness, and without whom you wouldn't be here. So let's say thank you to all of them now as well. Now soon you'll come up onto the stage and the Chancellor, Lord Bilimoria, will admit you to your degree. This is your moment. When your name is read out, that will be your personal graduation. And family and friends, that is your cue to make a lot of noise. So be careful on the steps, give a big smile for the cameras, and don't forget to savor your moment. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. I am Professor Nelson Enongchong, Deputy Head of the Birmingham Law School, and I will be presenting the graduates today. Chancellor, to you and to the university, I present the names of these graduates as stated in my program, both in attendance and in absentia, proved worthy to be admitted to their respective degrees.
By my authority as Chancellor, I admit those persons listed in the program to the degree to which they are to be presented.
College of Arts and Law, Birmingham Law School, Bachelor of Laws, Law, Erica Abbey. Omar Nawaz Abdulatif. Fadumu Adam. Omotoyosi Adiparusi. Halima Ayomide Afulayan. Mahima Ahmed. Maisha Ahmed. Rukaya Akbar. Adil Akhtar. Tasmin Akhtar. Lo Wing Leung Alexander. Donia Al Nabani. Sophie Charlotte Ambrose. Saeed Mohammed Mi Mutalib Amiri. Chiwendu Akuna Anamikwe. Amara Anchebe. Tina Ansari. Saba Asaf. Olivia Atherton Crooks. Olua Koyin Sola Awosika. Jamila Azin. Rafia Anand Baba. Nawal Bada. Elizabeth Bailey. Emanuela Oluwalarini Bakari. Aminata Malika Bari. Lydia Beatrice Elizabeth Bunham. Emily Sarah Beardsley. Atika Begum. Sophia Begum. Megan Berry. Gabrielle Charlotte Berry. Rudol Bandari. Guru Sahiba Bhatia. Anissa Bibi. Saul George Bikedict. Ariana Hashi. Lily Marie Birch. Sky Olivia Blackshaw. Mumin Ai Bosho. Grace Nessa Bradshaw. Zachariah Brettel. Catherine Ann Brunel. Madeleine Burnham. Bethany Burton. Annabelle Bush. Gilhan Cardoso Dacona. Joseph Carroll. Katie Cartwright. Michelle Grace Chan-Pichu. Katie Claire Chaplin. Ian Chu Enzer. Benjamin Zenzu Chu. Kevin Z. G. Chua. Nicole Ling Ko Chung. Gabrielle Sophie Clark. Annie Cody. Natalie Kokoran. Molly Cottrell. Elisa Cox. Megan Louise Krohn. Millie Cross. Emily Crogenton. Eve Cummings. Evangeline Antonia Curry. Beverly Krug de Souza. Oliver Paul Derham. Jasmine Dutt. Neve Dolahan. Jack Peter Danugi. Jessica Kate Ducker. Megan Elliott. Habiba Mustafa Alderrahim Mohammed El Said. Daniel Evans. Sophie Ann Evans. Daniel Taiwo Folayan. Emily Foster. Olivia Fretwell. Jasmine Gurkel. Amanvi Kerr Gill. Alexander David Golding. Joshua Gomez. Prathana Gopa Kumar. Millie Gordon Dunn. Jasmine Greenwood. Annabelle Hale. Ian Hashi. Georgia Hawkins. Dennis Hashia. Ellie Heathcote. Isabel Hobson. Alwira Hussein. Hasnaf Hussein. Iram Hussein. Mariam Hussein. Cassandra Hilton. Malak Khalib Diab Idris. Mohammed Ikram. Mariam Imran. Tasnia Islam. Bivli Izebuwa. Halinka Johar. Hannah Elizabeth Johnson. Amelia Jones. Amelia Hannah Claire Giordano. Lucy Joe. Chelsea Chinenye Jude Ume. James David Kane. Ryan Kassa. Dilpreet Kaur. Madiha Khalil. Rinsha Khan. Zion Khan. Nadira Ara Khan.
Now for the handing of the scrolls. The graduates will walk from the left of the stage to the centre and collect their scroll from the conferring officer. After they're congratulated, they'll walk off stage.
Aban Hassad Khan. Mohammed Marsh Khan. Aliyah Yasmin Khan. Sanjay Kumar. Jack King. Molly King. Tatiana Georgieva Kuliva. Ian Kwak. Rachel Winghe Lam. Katie Lockland. Julia Lee King Ning. Samuel Lehek. Theo Lippman. Efunaya Kana Yochuku Maduyik. Jasmine Matani. Hafsa Majid. Rose Malikzada. Jamie Malion. Sashrika Raj Mandalapa. Thomas Makiti. Abira Mehmood. Actor Ahmed Mizra. Olivia Grace Mitchell. Amina Awis Mohammed. Victoria Veronica Monka. Sophie Alice Moody. Ellen Ann Herod Morgan. Rumaisa Aliyah Mosaid. Healy Musalimi. Tyler Munue. Amanda Catherine Bernstein Newman. Samuel Nixon. Abigail Nolan. Eden Nothova. Camille Niolenke. Titilupe Obadina. Vani Oluchuku Obi. Uchechi Chizitararam Obiagu. Matthew Mudiaga Obiewebsby. Yaren Ogus. Adaize Elizabeth Okoro. Faith Olaniji. Natasha Chendi Omayo. Jesonefemi Obaya Sonia. Max Panum. Emma Patel. Aditya Prakash. Evelyn Rose Prescott. Alexandra Primuntius. Georgia Lizzie Poo. Mohammed Oleyo Radman. James Radukin. Arjun Hiram Singh. Taiba Rani. Humaira Rashid. Imam Rathore. Letitia Prota. Alexandra Ryklewska. Gurkirat Singh Sandhu. Pavendip Singh Sangha. Jaskiran Singh Sandhu. Pavendip Singh Sangha. Simram Sangera. Anna Ayolua Sarumi. Atu Emil Ilmari Savijavi. Non Scott. Bagdan Sanketa. Srinjai Sen. Mariam Shah. Shahim Shams. Baltaj Singh. Charlotte Smith. Tara Smith. Maria Isabel Solata. Matthew Cooper Sparks. Daisy Sprague. Ella Rachel Stewart. Grace Street. Tasmin Sultana. Tasmin Sultana. Rubina Nikki Sultan Chowdhury. Amum Soma. Sarah Taylor. Santia Tavaraja. Tume Tairaj. Divya Mahesh Tajwani. Ria Vipul Thanki. Libby Thompson. Lauren Thornton. Alexander Tompkinson. Brooke Tours. Uzuma Nwamaka Noyemi Odoye. Ebert O. Raymond. Madeleine Van Every. Jessica Alexandra Trindade Villa. Valak Ara Wahid. Muhammad Haris Wasim. Emily Webb. Michaela Webb. Jasmine Courtney White. Olatunji Williams. Emily Charlotte Wilson. Vanessa Woon. Felicity Wood. Kate Woodhouse. Caleb Wright. Abby Wyeth. Rachel Chan. Efua Yangson. Manchi Kelly Yao. Regina Minyi Yu. Timothy Yu. Yuan Yu Liano Yip. Olajumoke Mitsura Yusuf. Samir Zari. Atia Zia. Michelle Emefa Zomolo. Mohammed Hairi bin Saleh. Yap Ying Chuan. Naji Haj Ali. Omusefi Iserian Kingsley. Sumira Saini. Serena Parisa Siddiqui. Laura Wopora. I now invite the student representative, Daniel Taiwo Folayu, LLB Law, to give a speech on behalf of the graduating cohort.
Good morning, class of 2022, and a very warm welcome to all our friends and family gathered here today. When I was first contacted about giving a speech at graduation, I was apprehensive, but I realized very quickly that the opportunity to represent you all, my peers, on this day, in celebration of our achievements was something that I could not pass up. And even though my presence on this stage was highly unanticipated, I'm very proud to be here as a fellow graduating student from the University of Birmingham. It is an honor and perhaps one of a lifetime. And on that note, I would also like to thank the fantastic team at BLS for all their hard work and guidance over the last several years. Because without them, we wouldn't be gathered here today. So please, can we give them a round of applause? There are only two key messages that I would like to share today. The first is about mastery, and I want to start by reading a short passage from one of my favorite authors on this topic. In the stories of the greatest masters, past and present, we can inevitably detect a phase in their lives in which all of their future powers were in development, like the chrysalis of a butterfly. This so-called phase of apprenticeship begins at childhood and continues as we grow older. This is true for everybody in this room, whether parent or friend, professor or graduate. Yet, throughout history, this phase often receives little attention because it doesn't contain stories of great achievements. But today, we seek to change that narrative. With the support of our mentors, such as our professors here on stage, and those of you in the crowd, we have fought relentlessly to be here in this moment, despite the countless late nights at the library, and I'm sure many, many breakdowns. So here and now, as we emerge from our youthful state of dependence, we thank you for giving us this opportunity, and we thank you for your guidance. For some of us, the next steps of our new chapters are clear and laid out, but for others, perhaps not. In any case, we ought to be proud of all our efforts today, because in this particular phase of our apprenticeship, we seek to develop and cultivate our very own powers, and we seek to become masters of our own craft. So as we celebrate our past achievements, let us also pay it forward as a mark of the beginning of our many other great achievements. My second message is about resilience. Today also marks a phase in our lives in which we declare our own independence and in which we finally establish who we are. Yet for many of us, I know that we have faced countless challenges along the way. For me, it was the loss of my father, and then it was the fear that this dream of becoming a lawyer was lost when I was refused funding for university. In spite of my own challenges, and in spite of your own, which I'm sure you've all had, we are here today where perhaps many of us might not have thought we would be. My point is, all of us here have a superpower, and that is our resilience. And as we seek to venture out into the world, there will be countless more challenges. So now more than ever, this superpower of ours is necessary. And before I close, I would like to thank a very small group of friends who have made this journey a little more tolerable, although undoubtedly I cannot name everybody. A huge thank you to Guy Cardoso, Muriaga Obiwebi, Alex Golden, and Tamer Tairechi for their relentless drive and passion, and for their ability to overanalyze and to help me find creative ways of thinking. All in all, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to you all for coming, and to the university for the privilege of addressing you all this morning. It really has been a pleasure. So once again, congratulations, class of 2022. And as you go out there, remember that the world is yours. Thank you.
You entered the Great Hall today as graduates. You are now graduates of the University of Birmingham. Congratulations. And once again, a great thanks to Daniel for that excellent speech on your behalf. So, Daniel. Thank you also to Professor Nelson Enonchong and, of course, to Professor Corey Ross as well for leading the ceremony. Thank you. So, class of 22. As Professor Ross said in his speech, you've worked hard, you deserve this, but you have not done it alone. You've done it because of your hard work, but also the support of all your family and friends over here, and the support of your wonderful teachers. So I'd like the graduates to stand up. Please stand up and give them all a round of applause. The graduates could stand up and thank them all. Thank you. It's my great privilege to be Chancellor of this wonderful university. You are graduating from one of the largest universities in the United Kingdom, a Russell Group university, and hot off the press, once again, one of the top 100 universities in the world. So be proud of that. And also, just about myself, I've been Chancellor for 8 years now of the university. I'm only the 7th Chancellor since 1900, so you work that out. Some of my predecessors stayed a long time. The former Prime Minister, Anthony Eden, who was Chancellor for 27 years. I've been in the House of Lords. I joined 16 years ago, and I was the 3rd youngest peer in the House of Lords. I'm still one of the younger peers in the House of Lords. Our average age is 70. I continue to run the business that I founded and chair Cobra Beer joint venture with Molson Coors, one of the largest brewers in the world. And for the last 2 years, I have been privileged to be president of the Confederation of British Industry, the CBI, the country's preeminent business organization. And what a time to be president. I said, what would my legacy be? Well, I started with Brexit, dealing with Brexit, then the pandemic, then the sad war in Ukraine, then strikes. So crisis, crisis, crisis. And I gave a lecture at the end of my tenure last month, and the title was Leading in Crises. I'm the third generation to be a member of this great university. My mother's father, my grandfather, graduated here in 1931 from India. My mother came from India in the 1950s and graduated, and her brother, my uncle, did his PhD in engineering here in the 1960s, and here I am as Chancellor. So it's a great privilege for me, privilege always to celebrate this celebration, this graduation at this university, which is the first civic university. We've welcomed people of all faiths and backgrounds, and we've been home to really inspirational people. I mean, you walk down the corridors on either side of the Great Hall today, and you will see objects, prototypes, manuscripts, photographs, groundbreaking research. You'll see the Nobel Prize winners opposite the Vice-Chancellor's office. This includes the work of Sir Peter Medawar, who won a Nobel Prize for his work on organ transplants. You'll see the work of 2 dentists who invented the first airbags after treating servicemen with severe facial injuries from vehicle accidents sustained during the First World War. These are just examples of how the work at this university changes lives through our research. In this country, we're 1% of the world's population. We produce 16% of the world's leading research papers, and this university is a perfect example of that. So the impact on the world is huge. In other ways, if you turn right out of here, you walk to the Bramall, you'll see posters and photographs talking about the university's role in local and international music, and everything from Sister Bliss and The Cure through to Joy Division's last ever concert to Elgar, who was the first professor of music at this university. Earlier this year, I was in Dubai twice. First, I went there with the baton relay, where Her Majesty the Queen handed over the baton for the Commonwealth Games at Buckingham Palace, and we were there to witness this, and it has gone all around the world to the 72 Commonwealth countries and territories, including to one non-Commonwealth country, to Dubai. And I was there, and I was a baton bearer of the Commonwealth Games baton myself. You can't carry it without wearing the T-shirt. So I put on the T-shirt and carried the baton. And it was fantastic. And our Dubai campus, we're the first Russell Group University to open up a campus in Dubai. It's state-of-the-art with Siemens, thousands of sensors, the most modern university campus, I would say, anywhere in the world. Our alumni, 300,000 alumni, work in every possible industry. You've graduated in law. I'm also a law graduate, but you name the subject, we've got alumni all around the world. And at the Commonwealth Games, we're going to be hosting hockey and squash at the university. The Athletes' Village is basically at our university. Our students and alumni will be representing their country starting at the end of the month and in August in 9 sports, including swimming, judo, and athletics. And here it is. A third of the English women's hockey team will have studied at the University of Birmingham. So we're a great sports university, always ranked one of the top sports science universities in the world. And we've done more, and we're going to be doing more than any other university in the world has ever done for the Commonwealth Games coming up. So I'm really proud about our university, with inspirational people doing inspirational things, changing lives for the better, and what you've achieved. So now you go out of that door, and as an American business counterpart of mine once says, tomorrow is the first day of the rest of your life. So when you walk out of there, you walk out, but you will never say goodbye. This is like Hotel California. You can check out any time, but you can never leave. You are part of the Birmingham family forever, and always come back. The good news is our university has a fantastic track record of jobs, so you will get jobs if you haven't already got one. I can guarantee that. And as lawyers, I just read that law firms now, the top law firm is paying a salary to newly qualified solicitors higher than the Prime Minister's salary, so you're going into the right profession. So take Birmingham with you wherever you go in your life. These experiences, this grounding, the friends that you've made, lifelong, generation-long friends. My 87-year-old mother speaks to her Birmingham University friends to this day from India. They are her friends for life. So it's very powerful what you've achieved here. You're going to be able to analyze and critique. You're well practiced in discussing and debating with respect and having an open mind to the views of others. And these skills will enable you to really make a mark and be different and deal with the global challenges. So it's people like you who are going to be solving these challenges. So when you walk out into the Green Heart with your fellow students, with your family, with your friends, this is the end of one chapter of your life. Now, without endings, there are no beginnings. So this is the beginning of your careers. Stay connected with Birmingham, stay connected with the alumni, and international students. Hands up, graduates, anyone who's an international student amongst you. Can you put your hands up? I want to thank our international students. Thank you very much. I was an international student myself in this country, my mother, my grandfather, my uncle, and I'm now proud to be chair of the All-Party Parliamentary Group of International Students in the UK Council of International Student Affairs, looking after the interests of all international students. We've now beaten the target of over 600,000 international students in this country. My personal target is now 1 million. Thank you for what you do, for what you bring to our universities, not just the money, that's very good, thank you, but more importantly, you enrich our universities, you enrich the experiences of our graduates, our students, forever. We're very grateful to you. And talking about money, I became an alumnus of a famous American university, and the next day I received an email asking me for money. We're not quite as blunt as that, but do give back. When you can, give back in money, give back in kind, give back by coming here. Just be part of this family forever. Now, I meant to give you some advice here, so I conclude my speech by giving you some advice. We've had a really tough time. We've got this sad war in Ukraine going on at the moment, and as His Holiness the Pope said just a few months ago after the war started, in the name of God, I ask for this massacre to stop. And one of my most memorable days in Parliament was normally the House of Commons once a year comes and joins us in the House of Lords for the only joint sitting we have when Her Majesty the Queen has a state opening of Parliament and addresses both Houses of Parliament. And on the 8th of March, we adjourned the House of Lords, and we went to the House of Commons and sat in the gallery, and the House of Commons were sitting on their benches as a first joint sitting of both houses in the House of Commons. And President Zelensky addressed us live from Kiev. And it's a speech that I'll never forget. And he ended his speech by saying, quoting Shakespeare, and of course we have the Shakespeare Institute as part of this university, and he ended the speech by saying, to be or not to be, it has to be to be. Now, you've been graduating through a horrible time, so my hat's off to you for what you've achieved. We've gone through hell. We've all gone through hell over the last 2.5 years. But as Winston Churchill, one of my favorite sayings of his, if you're going through hell, keep going. And we've kept going, and we've come out this side. So as Daniel said, resilience is the key, and having a superpower within us. And the best advice my father ever gave me was always go the extra mile. Always go do that little bit extra that you were not asked to do. Always aspire and achieve. And it'd be flippant of me to just say, good luck. Well, the best definition of luck that I've ever heard was in a business school in America. Luck is when determination meets opportunity. If you're not determined, you won't even see the opportunity. And I picture it like waves going past you in life. If you're determined, you might just catch one of those waves. If you're not determined, those waves will keep going past you all your life. So be lucky, be determined, good luck. All the very best, and congratulations. I now declare this ceremony closed.
Congratulations to our new graduates. The attendees applaud our new graduating class. To close the ceremony, the maces are collected from the stage. The mace bearers lead the procession of staff and new graduates out of the Great Hall. The ceremony that completes the university journey for hundreds of Birmingham alumni is now closed. The